Hi everyone, we're back again with the E-Type, with what is going to be the final part in this series. So, in this section or video, we are going to be just doing the finishing touches. As you can see, everything is in, the steering wheel's in now, and all the internals, and all been, lightly weathered, not overly weathered. So it's just going to be a case then slipping the body shell on, which I've done off cam. Obviously the metallic parts that go around the framing I've done, which is just AK polished aluminium. A lot of masking, to be honest, but definitely worth doing. And also, as you can see on the clear parts, I've done the same with that. Again, there's quite a decent framing on that, so nice sharp blade, just cut round and you'll get nicely defined clear, metallic parts from the clear, and thankfully they just is a nice drop-in fit. So as you can see, they will, I'll get it correct, they drop in from, here we go. So the windows need cleaning, but they drop in from the outside, which is a nice touch. So you can get the body shell on, and then all the glass work fits externally instead of internally, which you do get on some car kits where obviously it's all moulded in one, and then you put that in first, and then put the shell on the body. So and then after that it's just really all the shiny bits, the finishing bits, the wipers, door handles, mirrors, spinners on the wheels, bumpers, all the finishing touches, and then that will conclude this build. So okay, what I'll do now is we'll flip this one out, mount the body on the shell, which again I have done and is a really nice fit. You do have to flex it over what you've already assembled, but the fit is very good. Again, I think I'll probably have to just do this off cam. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on the cam. I don't want to obviously scratch any of my paintwork, but you get the gist. You get that over these. There you go. There's one. There you go. There you go. So that's as simple as that. Okay. So I'm going to attach a bit of super glue to this back end just to hold that in place, and probably just to tack underneath on these sills. Again, just to just at the ends. I can't really see because the wheels are in the way, but there is an attachment point there, so a little bit of super glue to hold that in place. And the next bit will be to get the glass parts in, and again, like I say, just a bit of finishing off, bumpers on, backlights in, like I've just said. But yeah, looking really smart. Really do like the colour. I do have to say, I think that looks really nice with the wine red interior. So there we go. Okay, so I've got rear glass in and the side glass in. Really nice fit. I've just tacked it in really with some extra thin, very, very carefully, by just taking most of it off. Okay, and then just letting the capillary action, just like dabbing it in the corner. Let the capillary action do its work. You don't need a lot of it, a couple of dabs, and like I say, it'll track itself around and just keep the glass in place. Alternative, you can use white glue, crystal clear Gator Grip, or Revell's clear contactor, whatever suits you really. Super glue, probably not the best idea, but again, you could get away with it as it is if you're just tacking it. So next job is the front screen. Now that will fit in there. That's got a nice couple of locators that drops into that, and then the clear actual windscreen itself will just drop into place over the top, which again is a really good fit and a really nice idea of how they've designed it. So the only problem you've got is as you can see, the location. So obviously this has been pre-chromed from the factory. You've got where the attachment points are which is a bit of a bugbear anyway with chrome parts. It can't be helped because of manufacturing. But the trick is like I've done on this side, is if you clean it up and you've got some Molotov chrome pens, this is where these come into their own. Because basically what we're going to do is, I'll just move that out of the way, is get a really fine sanding stick. So this is like a flory sponge one, and then we'll just use what we've already got. Okay, make sure you support it with your fingers and just sand it smooth. Okay, and if you've got one, you can also use a scraper, you know, whatever you've got, hand really. So, you know, it'll take it back down to the red plastic underneath, but that's not a problem. So what we'll do is we'll take this nice scraper and we'll just smooth it back off. Okay. Get rid of that attachment point there. Okay, so I've got rid of the majority of that, and then we're going to grab, I've got one here, yeah, there we go. A bit more of a finer skinny stick, just take off that lump. Okay, there we go, so that's gone. Again, I'll take this another sponge and just take these scratches out, give it a light rub over, switch to the other side, it's nice and smooth. There we go. And then what we'll do then is take our pen. I've got a few different nibs here, that's the one. So I've got the wider nib here. I'm not quite sure which one that is. There we go, the other wide one, and I should have, oh there we go, I've got the little smaller one. But we'll use the wide one. Okay, so just got a bit of clear film where it did the other side. So dab it, so you've got some coming out, and then basically you just colour it back in. There you have it. Okay, there is going to be a tiny bit of a join, but again, without stripping all this back and re-chroming it, it's a quick and easy fix. Just to get rid of those attachment points. So we'll put that to one side, let that dry, and then come back and fit it. Front screen is now attached. We're just using a bit of micro crystal clear. Just again, dab it around the corners, fit the screen, and then that will dry absolutely clear. So if there is any overspill, you shouldn't be able to see it when it's cured. So that's all the glass working, as we can see. So again, looking really smart. So next job, I think, is going to be putting the rear bumper on and the lights. And what we're going to do is attach the rear bumper, lights, number plate. I think we'll start from the back and work forward. Although I am thinking it might be, if we're following the instructions, yeah, glass in. Well, that just says put the back lights in there. If we're going to, yeah, like I say, do the back end. All that's together anyway, as we can see, it's all that's together. So yeah, it is back end, bumpers on, overriders, the backlight clusters in, and then it's going to be attaching the bonnet, which is clipping the bonnet into place, and then headlight surrounds, front bumpers, and the overriders there, and then, like I say, mirrors and wipers. I think that is about going to conclude the build. So there you go. Okay. So let's go on and get these rear bumpers on. Again, they're probably going to need, because of the attachments, I don't know, these are actually not too badly moulded. We might need to touch up with a Molotov pen again, but we'll see when they're off and, you know, cleaned up, what we need to do. So I'll get on with that now, and then we'll come back and see how we're getting on. So moving on to the final few parts to wrap this build up. We've got the number plates to do, and decals to put on there. Obviously the E-type badge that goes onto the tailgate or back hatch, and the grille badge, the Jag badge, which will go into there. So that will finish that off, and then I pre-painted the lights, so they're the front indicators and the back indicators and brake lights. They was just painted with Tamiya clear colours with a brush on the inside, left to dry, and then we can attach those, and then last off it'll just be the 3 wiper blades that can go on the arms, and then that will be just about finished. So what we'll do now is we'll get these decals onto the number plate back in, and obviously these 2 little ones here, and then we can move on just to fit in the lights and the wipers. So for anybody who's not done decaling, bit of warm water, just gently dip them in, don't leave them in too long. Okay, and then what I do is just leave them onto a bit of a paper towel just to soak the excess water off. I'll just move them 2 out of the way, and then I've got a bit of, just put the lid on, Microsol. There's a set one. What Microsol should do for this is on a nice satin surface. These were painted in LP5 Tamiya lacquer satin black, so they've got a decently smooth finish to put the decals on. So just let them soak, like I've just said, and they're loose, which they are. They don't take long at all. We'll just get a clean brush, dip that in the sole. You don't want to, you just want it damp. Okay, give that a bit of a soaking on there. Just okay. Get a pair of tweezers, just like that, and using the brush, just slide the decal off. There we go, and then just use the brush to line it up, or your finger if you're careful. Okay, so that fits nicely on there, like so. So we'll let that where is it? Okay, so I've just got a earbud, Q-tip, wherever you are in the world. Again, I just damp it in the water, just roll it. You don't want it soaking wet, and again just roll that over just to squeeze any excess water out of from behind the decal. And there you go, we'll let that settle down, dry off, and then we can fit it. So we'll do the rear one while we're doing it, and then okay, to line this one up. This backing's a bit wider than the front number plate, So we'll just get that in the middle, like so. There you go, just check that's aligned, which it's not. So let's just get a pair of tweezers on that. Again, just manoeuvre it around until you're happy with the placement of the decal, and then proceed just to again just gently just roll this over the top just to soak up any water. Like so. We'll just do the rear hatch E-type badge. Soak. Okay. Do this one on camp. Not making anything off it. So, according to the instructions, that sits in about the middle. Like so. Okay. Just damp and brush a little bit just to help it move around. Again, being on a glossy surface, this should be perfect for getting it down, getting it on with no silvering. So, look at where that goes. So we're saying that goes roughly about there. I think I'm not too far off with that. There you go. Just straighten that up a little bit. If you use the two tailpipes sticking out as a guide, you shouldn't be too far off, I don't think. Okay, so as you can see, I've just put one of the light lenses on, just to see how the fit is. So what I've done is trim the front ones off, also took this back one off, and I'll show you how to fit it. Okay, so a bit of crystal clear and a brush, and then we'll just grab a bit and just brush it into the. Okay, you don't need too much like that. I've just gone a bit overboard, I think. So just get your crystal clear, just brush it on. Okay, like so. And then with this handy little pick up and place tool, which is a double-ended one, just dab that on there. Oh, it says I'm dropping it. Okay, try that again without dropping it this time. Just place that in there. Use your finger just to separate it, and then a pair of tweezers. That's it. It will just slot into place like so. There we go. Simple and as easy as that. Okay, so we'll let that dry. Let it crystal clear dry. If there's any overspill, just again, damp Q-tip, just wipe it, just wipe the excess off. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll put the two front ones on, then we'll come back, put the wipers on, and we're pretty much there with it. So we've fitted the last of the parts to the E-Type, and as you can see now that concludes this build. Just to sum up, from a build point of view, absolutely fantastic. Bit of clean up needed, usual basics really, just cleaning up the bearing. Again, paintwork, which what this video series was really geared up to doing, is how to gloss coat and lay down a nice clear coat. But yeah, apart from that, highly recommended, and thanks for everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.